All right. We're back. We're doing a little episode. We're doing some filler content. We're going to be talking about Free Seed Day.
Yeah.
Frank, this is your first Free Seed Day?
First Free Seed Day.
So let me give you the breakdown.
So when did this start?
All right. So for starters, Central Coast Garden Products, #1 garden product supply. If you're not using green cleaner, your garden is probably not that clean. So go get you some green cleaner, tap in on the green cleaner. Shout out Central Coast Garden Products, #1, the first official Masonic Smoker podcast sponsor. Shout out Central Coast Garden Products. Shout out Buddy's Bodega.
Buddy's Bodega.
Shout out Buddy's Bodega. Make sure you guys are following them on all social media platforms. They're catering to all cannabis needs in New York, California, and any city near you. Keep your eyes out for Buddy's Bodega. They're really holding down the culture. They got my back. I got their back. Shout out Buddy's Bodega. But free motherfucking seed day, baby. Let's go. It's so my store opened around April of 2 years ago.
Okay.
So this is the third grand opening of my store. But not only is it the third opening anniversary of my store, but it is also the third Free Seed Day. So Free Seed Day stemmed from me hanging out at the storefront one day, and it was free comic book day.
Yeah, I love free comic book
Yeah,
day.
and I'm like, oh,
Which is a Wednesday.
which is the first Saturday of May.
Yes.
That's when free comic book day. That's what it's always been. And then finally, when COVID hit, it fucked everybody's routine up. So they had moved free comic book day to like another day.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting at the big ass bench that I made for my storefront. I'm sitting on that huge ass bench, and I'm like, fuck, like I'm usually the first person in line at free comic book day. Like I love comic books. You know how much I love comic books. And I'm like, fuck, man. And it just kind of, bing, the fucking bell, rung. And I thought about Free Seed Day. And I'm like, what if I made a Free Seed Day? And I didn't just stop there. I was like, we're going to do a free fucking seed day. So I hopped online and put the fucking feelers out there. And I reached out in my Rolodex of all my friends, seed breeders, pollen chuckers, genetic visionaries, hobby makers, whatever the fuck you want to identify yourself as when you're making seeds. I reached out to all of them shamelessly. And sure enough, Exotic Mike, he's like a big name. He's like, there's Coca-Cola, there's Pepsi, there's Sprite. He's like one of those when it comes to the seed game. He's one of the big fucking names, big brand name. And Exotic was like, I'm with it. And as soon as people seen that he was with it, they're like, oh, if he's with it, then I'm with it. Because at first it was kind of like, Free Seed Day, like who's going to be there? And it's like, well, me. And they're like, And then when I was like, oh, Exotic Mike's going to be there, they're like, oh, well, I'll be a part of it. And that's cool. That's what you need. You need shit like that. That's part of a show. That's part of having like you do shows too. Like there's the headliner. Yeah. Exotic in this case would be the headliner.
Hey, we got a special guest too.
Yeah.
We got something popping in.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's literally what happened. But fucking thank God, shout out Exotic Mike, because he really set the tone for, if this thing is even like cool to be a part of. And he respects it. He likes it. So do people like Soulfire Gardens. Capulator came last year, and he rolled up in a fucking army medic truck, dressed in full medic attire. He had his beautiful family with him, and he has a product called OG BioWar. It's a microbial fucking fungal solution that helps with the root zone in your plants. And he sells that, and he came and gifted everybody. It was like a 1,000-person line. He gave everybody free microbes.
Damn.
For their garden, which is dope. Fucking shout out Cap. He didn't have to do none of that. He could have just been like, have a good day,
Yeah.
But he reached out. He was a part of it. The very first Free Seed Day, James Loud came and participated, which was cool because he's like a serious breeder.
Yeah.
Like people really, the fan base that he has developed from the outside looking in is like serious breeders. Where I'm kind of like off the hip. Just I'm me. And it was cool to have somebody that is taken serious side by side with me on that day, so people kind of look at it like, well, he's there, so it must be something cool. And he liked it too, because he's also a comic book head. And now it's the third one, and now it's like the cat's out the bag. If you want to support it, you're kind of reaching out to me, sending seeds. If you don't, you're just whatever. It's like you can't expect everybody to love you.
Yeah, of course.
And that's kind of where
so
I'm
how
at.
many people showed up first, second, and then?
So the first Free Seed Day was like, I forgot the first one, like 600 people. Like 600 people.
Where you're like, whoa.
Yeah, and then the next one was like, we say 1,000 people, because that's what it fucking was. And then this one I'm anticipating at least 1,000 people as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And so it starts at
So the store opens at noon, but because the line is so huge and just like anxiety ridden, as soon as you see it, you're like, oh fuck, like I got to get this line moving. So I usually open.
Because I'm sure everyone's like, why is there a huge fucking line?
Fucking merch drop. That's what you guys got to tell them. Anybody come by, ask you what the line's for, it's a merch drop. It's a merch drop, meet and greet, anything else, mind your own fucking business, you know? You don't get to talk to nobody, and that goes for cops, motherfuckers walking by. Mind your own fucking business. You're on Fairfax Avenue. We're here for a merch drop, you know? You don't got to be buddy-buddy with these motherfuckers. Just tell them keep pushing. This ain't a place passing by. This is a destination. I'm sorry. But yeah, Free Seed Day, I'm probably going to open the doors around 9 a.m. to 10. Last year, we had people camp out for like 5 days.
Jesus.
Yeah, this year I'm asking people to, camp out, build the hype and everything. But like, come on, 24 hours at least, nothing too crazy. I don't want Yosef calling me. I don't want David calling me. I don't want getting fines from the city because I need a permit to have people park outside. We want to thank our special sponsor, Buddy's Bodega, cannabis lifestyle brand, delivery service operating out of New York, California, and soon other states. Make sure you guys tap in with them for any of your cannabis needs. That's buddiesbodega.com and buddiesbodega.shop on Instagram. You guys can give them a follow. Big special thank you to Buddy's Bodega for, supporting Masonic Smoker. Peace. Their fucking tent for 5 nights. Like, I'm not into it,
Yeah,
guys.
what about the homeless people? They do it all the time.
They do it all the time, but they get special fucking rights,
They're not doing Seed Day.
They're not doing Seed Day. But yeah, free fucking Seed Day. Doors are opening around 9 to 10. Either way, doors are going to open early. Be there early. Be there 24 hours early if you want.
So how many seeds do you think they're getting?
So, like the first 200 people, 300, 400 people last year, each person, like from that point forward, got like 10 to 20 packs of seeds.
Damn.
Yeah.
And each of those packs is like what?
I'm not big on putting money on, like, yeah, I do make my money. And
I meant like how many seeds in each of those packs?
like anywhere from 3 to 12 seeds.
So you're getting at least 70, 80 seeds.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of seeds from a lot of different brands. Some are name brands. As the line gets longer and deeper into the end of the line, like the first 200 people get an exotic mic pack, right? Because that's one of the offerings. He's sending 200 packs. So like people were like rushing to be the first 200 because of exotic mic.
Mm-hmm.
But this year we got Bloom Seed Co. sending gear. So I might make like at Free Comic Book Day when you go, they have like the 5 major comics that they don't have enough of for everybody.
Yeah.
So they have those 5 laid out right there, and you get to choose 2 of those. So I just kind of take a page out of Free Comic Book Day, and it's all like, okay, that's the exotic mic bag, that's the Bloom Seed Co. bag, and that's the Soulfire Garden bag. So that way people are like, fuck, like I kind of like Bloom better. And maybe if you're in the next 300 to 400 people, maybe enough people got the Soulfire and the Bloom to the point where there's still some exotic left behind. So there's still what if.
Yeah.
Some people like other things better than others. So
Interesting.
So that's kind of how I play that. Some people, there's only 10 Marvel magazines. There's 20 people in line. Hopefully the first 10 and you're number 11, maybe one of those doesn't like Marvel and chooses DC instead.
How many people do you think should go to Free Seed Day and come back and show you what they've made?
Oh man, I wish there was a bigger percentage of that, but you do see and the way I see it is like breeders will come, especially returning guys. Some people get discouraged, like, I participated in the Free Seed Day and I didn't become an overnight success. I don't know what some of these guys want, and it's just like, that's part of being an artist.
Yeah.
You just got to have better art than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed the guys that do come back, like they have a good calling, like their genetics amongst all the hodgepodge and the fucking haystack of genetics that they received in their back. It's like your art, this is where it really determines if your vision is going to stand out amongst 20 other breeders in this case.
Because it's like the medium.
Yep. So it's like, oh, damn, that cross sounds gnarly. And if you got a lot of people doing that, then that's good product placement. And if you're that guy, and if you really believe in what you do and you think you got something special to offer, like this is a good time to get some product placement going. Because 1,000 packages shipped out from your house, not only does that take time, time is money, but it takes money to do the postage.
Yeah.
That's $4. That's 4,000 people. That's $4,000. You got $4,000 laying around? On free seed day, you can. You just do the hard work. You spend one price of postage. You send me the fucking things, and I put them in people's hands. People want to think it's like a selfish thing. No, it's I did it first thing. I thought about it first. No one else fucking did. If anything, I'm not selfish because I thought of something to do with all this power that was bestowed upon me. Like, oh, let me think of something cool that's fun for everybody to make something happen. You know, it's not completely charitable. I am expecting, and I really want everybody to support that day. And that's what, a $30 fucking thing, $100 thing, $1,000 thing.
Compared to what you're going to be getting. Yeah.
Compared to the experience, the day, everything, you know? And some people don't have $30. Some people don't have $20. And it's like, I get it. Here's your free seeds, on with your day. But I know for a fact, like a lot of people do, you know?
Got $5.
So quit fucking around, you know? Like, don't play. Don't, you know, you really got to, you know, Santa Claus is only real because people believe in Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And the way you have Christmas is if people go buy presents. Masonic is only real as if people believe in him. And the way Free Seed Day happens is if people fucking buy merch and shit and keep the thing going, you know? And that's kind of what that's the credo I'm pushing right now. Because it's there's no one else doing this. Before me, there was no one else. Now people are like taking a page and they're like, oh, we're going to do our own Free Seed Day. All power to you. All power to you, you know? And that's cool. Please do it. But, you know, don't feel any type of way against me because I did it first. And I have, you know, this nice Rolodex of homies. I'm pretty sure you do too. I see like Midwest guys trying to do it. I think last year, Garden State, something, the homie Garden State, he found a really nice pheno of like white truffle or some shit. He did his own. Like he did it. He didn't just say he was going to do it. He actually did it. This year, I think I see Plughead Genetics. He's trying to do his own Midwest thing. So if you're in the Midwest and you don't want to participate on the West Coast one, you know, holler at him, you know, fucking go give some seeds to your homies in the Midwest on a physical level. And trust me, there's seeds everywhere. There's 1,000 breeders. I only have like 0.1% of X amount of breeders that you can guys have participate with your Free Seed Day. And I totally encourage it. I want everybody to be able to have this, and it feels good because I helped create that wave. So go fucking have it. Have at it. Free Seed Day is not... people have always gave away free seeds, and I hear people say it, like when I did my first Free Seed Day, people were like, well, I give away free seeds all the time. And it's like, yeah, but like Free Seed Day is bigger than that.
Yeah.
You know?
We made T-shirts.
Yeah, like it's different. It's not like, oh, of course you give free seeds to your friends and homies, but like, you know, not to 1,000 fucking people lined up for 5 days.
I'm excited. This is going to be fucking sick.
Yeah, man. Parking, the parking lady remembers all you guys. I was at the bagel spot. And they're all Spanish-speaking ladies. I'm Spanish-speaking as well. And, you know, it's kind of like secret code. We just have a different bond, I guess. It's weird. You know, kind of like when you go to the restaurant and you talk to Joey Diaz talks about it. When you talk to the busboy in Spanish, now next thing you know, he's taking shit from the other table, giving it to you. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Yeah. So I'm hanging out in the bagel spot, getting some bagels with my son. And the parking lady, I've never seen her. I don't know who she is. And I found out she was a parking lady that day. She's all like, ¿Tú eres el semillero? No, tú eres el de las semillas. That translates to, you're the one of the seeds. And I just go, what? She's like, sí, tú eres el que das las semillas. Casi va a ser el día. Like,
she knew because of the date.
Yeah, she's like, you're the one that gives the seeds. It's almost going to be the day. And I'm just like, holy shit. She's like, sí, por 2 años ya. Like, for 2 years now, this parking lot gets full because of you. We like it. It brings business. And I'm just like, cool. And the parking lot, the bagel lady's like, you're the seed guy? I've been going there for 2 years now. 2 years now. I always get the neighborhood discount. And she's like, oh, 7 years ago, somebody came and brought me seeds, but I can't find them anywhere. And I'm just like, well, I'll bring you some, you know, like, you know, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
It's always so fun, just the power of like seeds and weed. I remember one time we were in downtown, and so I had just come from a show, and someone just gave me like a bunch of weed. Yeah. So I just had like cans of weed. And I remember I didn't have any cash on me, and there was a hot dog lady. And I remember looking at my friend. I was like, I'll give you an eighth of weed if you give me some cash so I can buy some hot dogs. And the lady goes, I like weed. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I just gave her like 2/8 of weed, and she gave me like 5 hot dogs, some Cokes, like hooked us up.
Yeah.
And my friend will always remembers that day. He always
what
like,
city was this in?
I was in downtown LA.
Downtown LA. What year was it?
Maybe like 2, 3, 4 years ago.
So that weed is $80 you gave.
Yeah.
Her. You gave me $80. She gave you $20.
Yeah, exactly.
So she was winning.
Yeah, she was like, "This is great." And
Speaking
I was like,
of bartering for weed, I have a Magikarp tattoo on my back. Pokemon. I don't know if you know that. Yeah.
Let me see.
I traded it for two dub sacks of sour diesel in the year 2010.
I knew he liked Pokemon, but goddamn.
Wait, I'm gonna show you.
Oh my God, is it on the full back? Oh, that's hilarious.
I got it touched up once already.
That's amazing.
And then this one right here, some dude owed my dad money, so we got a free tattoo.
All right, well, I guess as we're showing ridiculous tattoos.
Pineapple with the gun. What does that represent?
This is my mom.
All right.
And then this one's my dad.
Like a lowrider, LA.
Pineapple? Yeah.
Was your last name Pena or something?
My mom's last name's Pena.
All right, I'm Pena.
Oh, run away. Yeah.
So I've always like, the Penas and the Penas is like, nah, we don't really.
Oh, damn. They should have told us we got to,
I used to have a neighbor. His name was Jose Pena. Yeah, and he was always a little dick. He used to tuck his stomach in. Like,
whoa.
Just walk around like this and shit.
What do you mean, like tuck it, like he would suck it in?
Yeah, just act like he was skinny or something. Just let it hang, dog.
Dude, just let that shit hang.
We're like
dog.
kids. You were already doing that shit.
Ugh.
He was just too active for us. Some kids, we already knew they were snobby when we were kids. Or maybe we were snobby. I don't fucking know. It was just like always extra. Oh, look what my dad got me. Fuck you, dude. My dad's at work,
Oh, yeah, it was cool. You got to meet my dad.
Yeah, your dad's fucking
walked in
dope.
with a Masonic shirt.
Fucking chill as fuck. Aztec
dude.
warrior with the
Aztec
fucking
warrior,
shirt
dog.
on. No
Dude.
more locked doors.
Maybe we'll see if we can podcast them Friday.
I'm into it. Let's totally do that.
Yeah, dude, it was so funny. It was nice. I was saying it's nice because this is the first time he's been at the new place.
Okay.
So, and he knew how shitty the old one was.
Yeah.
So, like when he walked in, he was like, "All right, this is kind of cool." And I was like, "Oh yeah, your room's in the corner." He goes, "What do you mean my room?" And I was like, "There's a whole other room." And he goes, "Are you fucking with me?" And I was
That's
like, "No,
fucking
man, there's
dope.
another room."
That's
And he
dope.
looked. He's like, "Oh, there's a whole other room, dog."
That's dope.
And then yeah, he's just been like waking up and just watching TV and then just crashing.
All you hear
on
next door is.
Is he fucking some chick? I wouldn't be surprised, man.
That's fucking funny.
Oh my God.
I met your dad very briefly. He's a man of few words.
Oh yeah. Get a few beers in him, dude. He's a party animal.
I'm like, I
dog.
met you in Santa Rosa. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we did. And that was it. That was the conversation right there.
He's been eating edibles. He's been fucking. It was so funny. We woke up this morning because like all of a sudden you just hear our TV go, just turn on hella loud, and he goes fuck, and then he's just like trying to turn it off, and then like he's just like Siri, turn the volume down, and Siri's like, I'm not connected to the TV. Dude, it was just so. Dude, it's just been a blast.
When I lived in Long Beach in 2018, 19, Nick went over to sleep over, and he slept on my son's bed with his feet hanging off. Like, that's how big the bed was, speaking of people sleeping over at our new place. But yeah, man, fucking feels good having a new spot, man. I remember when Diana tried to get our house and everything. I'm just like, whatever, dude. Like that's never gonna happen. Like this is life, you know. And she did, and I still didn't believe it. And I didn't move into the house. Like they slept there for like 2 weeks until I was like, all right, I'll go sleep with you guys at the new house, because it's like. I don't know. I feel like I don't deserve things.
No. I 100%.
What is it called? Like con artists or something?
Oh no, it's called imposter syndrome.
Imposter syndrome. Like I feel like that sometimes.
Yeah. It would also heading to the new apartment didn't feel real
Yeah.
until like 2 months, 3 months into it. Where someone's not gonna come and be like, "Hey, we fucked up. You're not allowed to live here." You know what I mean? That's how it felt the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's scary. Like I remember being at Rite Aid in 2017 or something, just counting pills and like, okay, like this is where I plateaued.
This is it for the next.
And I'm happy.
Yeah.
Like cool. Like beats the warehouse job I used to have, beats the car wash I used to work at. Like I felt like a useful civil human. And my coworker's been here 25 years. Like I'm doing fine. But thank God for weed, man.
Thank God. Dog.
Thank God for weed.
Trust me, my dad's tripping. He's like, this is comedy and weed. I'm like, yeah, and mostly my wife's stable job.
Yeah.
But
no, backbone, G, for sure,
Yeah.
man. Backbone. Like Diana was always the one that was like, I don't know how to set up internet shit and printers. Like, yeah, I do, But it's easier for me to be like, baby, can you help me with this? Because, like, fuck, I hate this shit.
I'll have to, like, look at Hannah and be like, can you please help me send an email? And she's
exactly
just like, fine. You know what I mean? Because otherwise it's like I have to send an email for, like, a writing job. And they're like, this writing packet's great, but this guy doesn't know how to fucking send an email for the life of him.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, backbones, man. I think that's I mean, don't get me wrong, but, my wife helps me.
Yeah.
She's 50% of all the shit that I do.
Yeah.
Probably more sometimes.
Yeah.
All my sustenance comes from her. So it's like, yeah.
Behind every successful man is a woman who's doing all the work. As she switches the cameras.
Fucking A.
Oh, all right.
So yeah, free seed day, April 15th. Come here early. Shout out all the breeders. Third Gen Dying Breed Family Farms is also going to pull up that day. I forgot to mention. Crockett Family Farms, Bloom Seed Company, Sun Grown Mids, the Exotic Mike, Soulfire Gardens. And if you're watching this and you want your breeder to be a part of this fucking day, let them know, man. It's really important for the culture to have days like this where we just kind of all get together and do something for the plant that's grand and massive and a catalyst and all these good words that describe good things. Tap in, baby. MasonicsSeeds.co, baby.
Woo!
Comedy Store.
Paid regular. Bunch of new paid regulars at the Comedy Store. Come check it out. Luke Schwartz, Dave Way. Oh, wait, I don't think I'm supposed to say who got
They're
passed.
coming. They're coming.
A bunch of new people got passed, so check it out.
Guys, make sure MasonicsSeeds.co. We still got the 10 packs for 100. Banana God first place. If you ain't got no Banana God first place in your garden, you're slacking. Fucking go check out the fanny pack hash bundle. Go check out the first place action figure mace. Thank you guys for tuning in. Follow Patreon as well.
See you guys April 15th.
Shout out Central Coast Garden Products.